Hey, I'm Jeff Hurley. This week on AudioBuzz, we're talking about monitoring your audio in post-production and why it's time to get rid of those cheap little computer speakers and step into something that'll give you truer sound when it comes to your mix. In the world of audio, a good set of monitors is crucial to getting a good mix. Now, I'm not talking about an LCD or CRT computer monitor, but what you may refer to as a speaker should actually be a monitor. Confused yet? First, let's look at the difference between a good set of typical stereo speakers and a set of speakers designed as studio monitors. Your typical high-end stereo speaker may cost more than an entry-level studio monitor, but the real difference is in the listening experience and how your mix translates to other systems. A speaker designed to sound good as your main home stereo speaker is just that, designed to sound good. The frequency response may be tailored to have tight, punchy bottom-end bass and smooth, silky highs so that your music sounds great when you crank up the volume. A studio monitor, on the other hand, is designed to be more of a reference with a flat frequency response so that what you hear is what you get. With a good flat studio monitor, you can be reasonably assured that what you hear when you record or mix is actually what you're getting, and not just a signal that has the added shine and polish of a hi-fi speaker. If the speaker isn't adding anything to the sound, then you're free to add the punch and sparkle directly to the signal. Now, the term near-field or near-field monitoring is something that may come up when you begin looking at monitors, and it's just what it sounds like. Your monitors are in a field that is near. Usually the monitors are placed within 3 to 5 feet of your ears and laid out with your head at one point of an equilateral triangle. The idea is that having the speakers in this near field will allow you to monitor your audio at an overall lower volume and minimize the effects of your room acoustics on what you hear. There are a couple of other things you should consider as well before purchasing a set of monitors. Let's start with the difference between active and passive. Passive monitors typically consist of speakers in an enclosure. The signal going into each speaker will run through a crossover circuit that splits the signal into low and high frequency ranges in a two-way configuration, or low, mid, and high in a three-way configuration. The level coming from the main output of your audio interface will probably be either minus 10 dB if you're running an unbalanced line, or plus 4 dB if you're using the balanced output. Since this isn't enough signal to cause much movement of a speaker, and therefore doesn't generate much volume, a separate amplifier is required. Active monitors have specification-matched amplifiers built right into the enclosure. They generally will have just the right amount of power to drive the speakers to their rated maximum output without damage. They also minimize setup time and usually have volume controls and a variety of inputs available right on the back of the monitor. Active monitors can make your life a little easier by taking care of some of the technical details. Another thing to look for is whether or not the monitors are shielded. Speakers use magnets and alternating current to produce sound. Some of the stray magnetism surrounding speakers can cause interference with other electronic equipment, such as CRT displays. You'll be able to see this interference as a bending of the usual colors if non-shielded speakers sit too close to your display. While there are methods that can be used to shield non-shielded speakers and reduce this interference, there are a wide variety of modern studio monitors that are already shielded and can be used near electronic equipment without worry. Make sure to look for this in your monitor's specs. There are a variety of monitors out there to meet pretty much any budget, from entry-level to pro. Some entry-level active monitors may include the M-Audio StudioFile DX4, the Edirol MA15D, or the Samson Resolve 40A. These entry-level monitors will range in price from $100 to $250 and will typically have smaller low-frequency drivers and a minimal amount of power output, but are still good for dialogue and general mixing duties. Now, don't expect to get high volume or low-end punch from these, but even at this price point, the accuracy will be better than your typical computer or multimedia speakers. Some mid-level monitors include the Alesis M1 Active 620s and the Tapco S8s. Expect to pay a little more for this level of product, but you'll get a solid low-end response and some added features like frequency contour switches to allow different response curves for different monitoring environments. This level of monitors will run you anywhere from around $400 to $650, but the extra money would be well spent if you need the added features. Now let's have a look at what the big guys use in the high-end area of professional monitors. If you're able to spend over $1,000 per pair for your monitors, you begin approaching the realm of equipment you might find in an audio production studio, and you start seeing models like the Mackie HR824s and the JBL LSR 4328Ps. Keep going up in price and you encounter names like Tannoy, Dynaudio, Atom, and Genelec. These monitors can easily push you into the range of several thousands of dollars per pair, and they can feature exotic materials and extended frequency response. No matter what level of work you do, there should be a set of monitors at your edit bay. If your budget can only afford an entry-level model, your productions will still benefit more than if you just kept mixing with the speakers that came with your computer. Thanks for watching AudioBuzz. We'll see you next time.